Do I have this right? Okay. It is October 1st, and we have 22 days until WWE 2K20 releases for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PC. We don't have a Switch version this year. We know how that played out in previous games that we don't talk about, so we ain't got that. But what we do have, like I said, Xbox One, PS4, and the PC. What I wanted to do now, since we are running out of time here, the time is coming up, the clock is ticking, and we're almost in the clear because we got 3 minutes. We have limited time for the WWE 2K20 game coming out, and I wanted to give you a cheat sheet, sort of a catch-all, sort of everything that we know up to this date being October 1st. Usually we have like most of the information, but I will tell you everything that we know, all the secrets I know, and everything going into WWE 2K20 and the future. So if you guys do enjoy this, smash like, let me know anything I may have forgotten in the comment section below, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you guys didn't know, we have Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns as the co-cover superstars here on the game. That was the big reveal. The big reveal was that Becky, oh yes, Becky's on the cover. Oh, Roman, oh yes, they're both on the cover. And then we had a couple trailers that came out with Becky and Roman. They talked about a bunch of stuff. Legends came in at one point. They talked about some stuff and said it's pretty cool that the man's on the cover. And that's where we leave it. Also, like I said earlier, Xbox One, PS4, and PC all releasing at the same time on October 22nd in the United States. There is no play early this year. Before, if you pre-ordered, you could get the play early. Right now, what you're getting if you pre-order the game is the Fiend. You can play as the Fiend if you pre-order the game. That is your pre-order bonus, is the Fiend. Now, will you be able to play as the Fiend anywhere else? Maybe. They may release it at another time, but at this current time, we don't really know if that's a thing. But if you want to play as the Fiend day one, you got to pre-order him. And then we also do know that there is a collector's edition, which is going to give you the SmackDown Anniversary Collector's Ring thing. And there's a couple collector's things you get with this, some supercard content. And that collector's edition is going down with the release of the game. So it's like that standard box collector's edition. I'll have the image on the screen there, but you can see everything that you get in it. But I'm not looking to get that collector's edition. I don't ever really seek out the collector's edition because there's nothing really in the collector's edition that really grabs me and says, okay, I need this right now. So I don't think I'm going to be looking for the collector's edition, but it is there if you guys do want to get it. Now, when we get into the modes, I will talk about most of the modes and all the information that we know. I won't go into big details on what match types we have or any new secret stuff that we haven't been informed of, but I will tell you exactly what we're getting. So first off, we do know the main modes of the game are going to be that exhibition mode where you can play the single matches, whether it's tag team. Mixed match challenge is a big deal this year, so you're going to have mixed tag matches. I don't know if mixed match challenge is a tournament in the game, but I do know that the mixed tag matches are a big deal in the game. So the exhibition mode, single player stuff where you're playing one-on-one matches, probably up to 6-man, 8-man. That's about all that we know at this point. We do know we have the My Career mode. That is a big feature in the game. We have a new mode called the WWE 2K Originals. We have the 2K Showcase. We have the Creation Suite is going to be returning. We have Universe mode. And then we have Online and RTG, which is your online mode in your Road to Glory. Basically, with the My Career RTGs tied in with that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So what we know about the My Career mode right now is that you will create a male and a female at the start of the My Career. You'll use these two players to actually level up and do better and get them worked up. So you improve them, you make their stats up, you get some moves, you get some outfits, you do all this cool stuff, and you can use that in the Road to Glory. So in Road to Glory, you can actually do male and female this time. And with the My Career, you can actually play one intertwining story. So there's not a male story and a female story. It is one story with both of them, and they're putting them together. So what I'm assuming that we're getting is probably a little bit of a mixed match challenge type story where you're going to have male and female together, because that's one of the big modes they're touting this year. So that's pretty cool. So I think we're going to get that intertwining together, and that's where we're going to go for that story. So one of the main features that we saw was Papa Shango. So it looks like we're getting something similar to the Broken Universe, some weird stuff that we saw in the past, and now we're going to get that into here. So let's talk about some of the big things that they did mention about this game. So online lobbies are returning in WWE 2K20. So basically, you can create a lobby, you can play with your friends, and you could just sit there in the lobby, say, okay, here's the type of match, here's the superstars you can use, and let's do it. And if you want to add fair fight, you can, and all that. So it's a cool little feature. It's nothing groundbreaking. We've had it before in previous games, but you can create that lobby, sit there up to 6 players, and let it play out. Choose the arena, gender, restrictions, aka fair play, and all that. If you want it to be private or open, if you want to have voice chat or whatever you want, all that stuff is there. So that's going to be a thing. Also, quick play still there for online. So if you just want to hit quick play and get into a match and play, you can definitely do that. Or if you just want to start a match and invite your friends, that's something that you can do as well. So we talked about the My Player evolution, as we talked about. You're going to make a male and female superstar that progress through the thing. You get the My Players. You get different styles for each of them. So that's something that I wanted to note. So if you want one to be a brawler and one to be a high flyer, you can do that. So they don't have to be both brawlers and whatever for your male and female. So one of the big things here is with the My Career and those My Players, you can actually export them, which is a big deal. So you don't have to recreate them in the game. You can actually just export them out. And then from there, you can use them in your single player stuff. Continuing on, we have daily refresh match challenges. So tonight's match feature in multiplayer puts you in a new match every day, rotates through match type, rules, genders, arenas, constantly gets something new. That's just part of the online that we've seen before. The Road to Glory featured match is something similar to the tonight's match, which will include triple threat, fatal 4-way, 6-man matches, and they toggle back and forth between male and female, so your My Player will get that rotation. Also, what you will get is really pretty cool, I think, myself. You actually get to have some of that 2K Originals content will rotate in there. So even if you don't buy the 2K Originals, which I will get into a little bit, if you don't get the 2K Originals, you will actually be able to play some of that content in this tonight's match on the Road to Glory featured match type is what we're really getting into. So let's talk about the WWE 2K20 original stuff and everything that's going to be included in that. So the Fiend Bray Wyatt is part of this Originals. He's the pre-ordered bonus. And then we have the Bump in the Night pack, which is the first entry, which gives you downloadable content. So what we're getting here is we're not getting the DLC that you were used to. We're not getting those move packs, those superstar packs, those wrestlers that you were getting before. They're just going to be included on the game. Now, I'm going to go into kind of wrestlers, which I really wasn't going to go into wrestlers because there's not a lot to really talk about, which I'll probably just talk about the wrestlers right now. So instead of giving us that DLC, we're going to have a pretty big roster of superstars that are going to be from NXT, maybe NXT UK, we don't know yet, and then Raw and SmackDown. And what we do know is that since there is no DLC anymore, looks like we're going to be getting these superstars on the game. Now, I think in some of the Originals packs, we might get some DLC. We might get some superstars in that aren't in the regular game, but I don't think very many. I think what we're going to get is a very inclusive roster of mostly everybody that's in WWE right now. I don't know about UK and some of the NXT people, but we'll get a lot of them in-game right when you buy the game. And then you get the original stuff, and then you get extra content on top of that. So the Bump of the Night is going to give you the new stuff, which will give you it's like a horror theme. So we have new objects, which is like Halloween-themed objects. You get a version of Aleister Black, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Sheamus. So those are all going to be a part of that. Plus, this is giving you a new showcase. So a showcase is in the game, which I guess this is a good time to talk about showcase. So with showcase, we have the female showcase, and we're actually looking at the 4 Horsewomen showcase for the main showcase of the game. The female showcase is a thing. So we're going to have Becky, we're going to have Sasha, we're going to have Bayley, and we're going to have Charlotte, and they're going to go a bunch of matches throughout their career, ending at WrestleMania, where they had that big Ronda Rousey WrestleMania match, where Becky became the man, both titles. There it is. That's what it's going to be. So that's part of the game. So what we're getting here for the Bump of the Night is going to get its own showcase. So you're going to get the Swamp Father version of Bray Wyatt, plus a bunch of other cool stuff. The Fiend, all fed up, nowhere to run, one of the family, nowhere to hide. And then you're going to get the Fiend, the Demon King Finn Balor, the Swamp Father Bray Wyatt, Frankenstrowman, Wicked Aleister Black, Apex Predator Unleashed Randy Orton, Fed Up Sheamus, and 2 mystery versions of superstars, aside from Survivor Mandy Rose and Twisted Nikki Cross. Then you get 2 arenas, then you get horror-themed creation. So you get new arena parts, superstar parts, new weapons, and new moves. So that's where everything comes into there. And then throughout this, you're going to get a couple more originals, pack number 2, pack number 3, and pack number 4. If you want to buy them individually, it's $14.99. However you want to do it, however you want to get this originals content, if you want to pay the $89.99, I probably would, just to get it right away, and then you don't have to spend $14.99, $14.99, $14.99. You do have the towers returning in WWE 2K20, and with these towers, we're getting an exclusive Roman Reigns tower, which is what it looks like is that they were going to do a showcase for Roman Reigns. They were going to do a showcase for Becky and the 4 Horsewomen, but they decided to switch that showcase to a tower. So it's like a story tower for Roman Reigns where it'll have him sitting down talking, then he'll play a match, him sitting down talking, play a match, him sitting down talking, playing a match, him sitting down talking, playing a match. So that's how that originals and all that is going to be played out. Now, everybody's favorite mode is the Universe mode. So they made some minor changes, I should say, to Universe mode. So they've changed major and minor show limits from 7 to 9. So you can have 9 shows, matches on the show, I should say. The pay-per-view match limit has doubled from 7 to 14. So you could have 14 matches on a pay-per-view, have a sweet WrestleMania. You can have from 6 to 7 championships on a show. And you can have rivalry matches increased from 3 to 4. Pay-per-views can now be hosted by 3 major shows, then 2. So if you want to do Raw, SmackDown, and NXT to host a pay-per-view show, you could do that. 50 of the most used cutscenes have been reshot for females, so that's cool. Players have more freedom to delete and add promos and matches. 25 new cutscenes have been added. 3,040 new promo lines are in the game. Custom matches are now included in the match table. So what that means is that match table where you can set up which kind of matches will show up on a pay-per-view. So you do like a percentage, say like I want 70% of the matches to be a singles match. And then you can set that up now. But now you can do the custom matches in there along with championship matches, mixed tag matches, and all that can be set in there. Main event matches in the tables are tweaked so that those matches are more likely to occur on the show. So if you have a Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble will appear on the show. That just, I don't know why it's not always been a thing, but it is. New rivalry content included options such as low-intensity enemies making peace after a single pay-per-view to low to mid-intensity allies slowly falling out over several weeks instead of a sudden turn. So you won't have a guy who's just like, I'm a bad guy. It's like, no, they're going to fall out, and that's how it's going to work. So, and then the overall menu has been streamlined for those new to Universe mode, and you can get a deeper options and better experience there. So we talked about my career, we talked about exhibition, we talked about the originals, we talked about the showcase, we talked about Universe, and we talked about online and Road to Glory. We haven't talked about creation. That's because we haven't had anything new in the creation. They haven't announced anything new in creation. Now, what I'm assuming is going to happen in creation, they're going to tighten it up. They're going to add more features. It's going to be one of those quality of life things that could have been a patch update when it comes to creation. I honestly feel that we're going to get a lot of things that look like a patch update, but just improving the experience from what it was before. So I don't think that what is really going to be focused on is like, we're going to get the brand new blah, 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 blah in creation. Like, that's not going to be a thing. So that's what we know. As far as community creations go as well, we don't have any update on that and online and uploading and downloading and any of that stuff. We don't know anything new about that. What I'm assuming is going to be pretty much the same. I would like them to have cross servers. So whatever you upload on Xbox, you can get on Xbox, PS4, and PC. Or, you know, PS4 you get everywhere, PC everywhere. But that does not look like to be the case. So that kind of stinks. But that's just the one feature that I would like them to be able to iron out and get that figured out. So there you have it, guys. There is everything that we do know right now about WWE 2K20. If I could give you a brief summary of what is new in this game and all the new things, well, we're going to have a big roster. We're going to have a big roster of mostly people that are in the WWE right now are going to be a part of this game. We don't know exactly who's all a part of this game. We'll find out when the game comes out, I'm sure. But we don't look like we're having a roster reveal this year. Maybe they will at a later date. I don't know. Maybe it's going to come out right when I release this video. How fantastic would that be? But we're not going to look at DLC, move packs, that kind of stuff. That's not a thing. Instead, we have the 2K Originals, which is the different themed stuff, which we have like the horror themed stuff, which is like Bray Wyatt in the swamp and all that stuff, and you get all that cool stuff. And the 2K Original stuff will also give you a tower and a story thing, so you play through that. You go through these little stories, you get to unlock stuff, you get parts, arenas, all that cool stuff. My career is back. You got a male and a female. You get to use both of those, level them both up, make them separate. They don't have to be the same style. They intertwine in the story, and then you can use them for Road to Glory, and you can have them play in both of that. So you get a male and a female, and it's going to be a fun thing. If you know what my career was like last year in 2K19, you're going to know what it's going to be like in 2K20. It's going to be a similar type thing. We do have the 2K Showcase, which is the 4 Horsewomen, which with that, we're going to be getting a story based off of the 4 Horsewomen, ending at WrestleMania with the Ronda Rousey, Becky, Charlotte match, where Becky becomes a man and holds both titles. So you'll get that. We also get the 2K Showcase. 2K Showcase. Did I already say that? The Towers. The 2K Towers with Roman Reigns. The Roman Reigns Tower is the main focus on there. It's a story tower, so he's sitting down talking, then you play a match, sit down, talk, and play a match, sit down, talk, and play in a match. And then we also will probably have the same towers as we did last year. We just talked about creation a little bit. There seems to be nothing new out of creation. I'm sure they'll have new parts, a couple new features, but nothing big, probably just a quality of life update. Universe mode, we have a bunch of updates to that. Just some things where we added a little bit more to letting you do more things, more promo lines, more cutscenes, animated for female, and just more. It's just more. It's just more of what you wanted and more. Online, we do know that they did the online lobbies making a return this year, which is pretty cool because we love online and lobbies are cool. You can sit there, you can create a lobby, you can wait for people to join, you can do whatever. Have your friends play, don't have your friends play, whatever. And then the Road to Glory is a big thing as well, which you could take your My Career player in, play some matches online, level them up, get some parts, and you can export your My Career, My Player to the regular stuff and use it in Creation Suite or play offline or whatever you want to do with them. There's that for it. So that's all the info I got for you guys. There's our short, condensed version at the end, but we are October 1st. Game comes out on the 22nd, and we will let you know when we have more info. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If I forgot anything, let me know. Sound off. And as always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We will see you in another video.